welcome back to our coverage. Storm Tracker Tracy Humphrey has been in Habersham County.
Hey, good morning.
In some parts of Habersham, apparently they saw up to a foot. Tracy, where you are, how much snow?
No, not a foot. If you added yesterday and then parts of the overnight, at most probably 3 to 4 inches where I am. And I'm in Cornelius, but we've been here since yesterday. We were in Tallulah Falls earlier where they had probably close to 5 in that area. And then once we came down 441, we saw a little less than amount of snowfall that came in last evening. Now, the big thing that they picked up yesterday across much, if not all of the county, was freezing rain. So you can see it on the trees here, but you're going to have to deal with that icy glaze on your cars this morning if you don't have a garage. And you're going to have to deal with it on the roadways for a lot of places as well. Here's one manager we spoke to. He had to get to work overnight. Here's what he had to deal with. Is this typical for this time of the year for wintertime?
Yes, last year was far worse, and the year before that. But this is light compared to what it was last year.
And how do you think drivers are handling it? People going slow?
I mean, I did 25 miles an hour all the way here, but there's been nobody on the road all night.
So, Vinny, we are here in one of the parking lots, and the concern is the icing because, again, they did get that freezing rain, and I'm slipping on it, but I almost bit it earlier this morning. So if you're going to be out, make sure you walk cautiously and walk slowly. We got much more coming up right after the break. News, weather, and traffic. Stay with us.
Guys, approaching 50, so right around 48 degrees for a high.
All right, very good. Thanks, Jez. Let's throw it over to Blaine, who's with Storm Tracker Tracy Humphrey, who looks a little cold this morning.
Oh, she looks very cold, Vinny and Chesley. She looks very, very cold. Tracy has been out in Habersham County for more than 24 hours now, Tracy. And behind you, we're seeing a lot of white, but more importantly, and perhaps more dangerously, some ice out there as well. Tell us what you're seeing out there.
Hey, good morning, Blaine. Seeing some of the white stuff, feeling some bitter cold temperatures. I'm listening to Chesley talking about the 20s and the wind chill. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You hit the nail on the head with that one. It is freezing outside. We are still below freezing. Picked up some snowfall that came in last evening, also in the parts of the overnight. So we're looking at a nice coating, but in addition to the snowfall, underneath it is ice. We did have the freezing rain that came in most of the day yesterday with some sleet, and now we have the snow on top of it. So, of course, those icy conditions will be a concern today. Also shot some video for you where you can see again the snowfall people are going to be dealing with today. That's going to be a concern. Driving, if you got to get out of your driveway, need to get out of your neighborhood, those places may not be treated. Once you hit the main roadways, those are more likely to have been treated and might have a little bit more traction for you. But if you are going to run some errands, you got to get out in a parking lot. Make sure you try to get as close to the door as you can. We parked near a gas station, and I went in to buy a couple things, and I almost bit it. I came real close, and I thought I was walking pretty slow, but I was a little taken aback by how slippery it was, and I got on boots with pretty good traction, but you know, I guess, you know what, there is no traction on ice, and that's probably what I learned today, too, as I was walking. So keep that in mind. And also something else, the sunshine looks like it wants to come out. Yay. Back inside to you guys.
Tracy, it's like you learned a very important lesson for all of us out there. So basically, take it slow. We will learn from your mistakes. Glad you're safe. Thanks so much. Now, of course, the snow that you're...
All right, Tracy Humphrey. Good morning, Tracy. You're on the air in the cold.
In Habersham County, where you've been for, gosh, more than 24 hours now. What are things like out there?
Yes. Well, you know what? We were outside this morning. We had this gentleman drive up in a truck, and he yells out, "We got ice melt." Well, we tracked him down. This is Zach. He works at Lowe's. Tell us about how fast that ice melt sold out and where you had to get an emergency shipment from last evening.
Yeah, we sold out on Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. We went into alternate preparations trying to use other salts we had available in the store, pool salts, salts for our water softener system and stuff like that. But we realized the storm was coming in, so we started making preparations on Wednesday when we realized that we were running out to get an emergency shipment in from our Savannah location. We sat around. Yesterday, myself and another manager sat around here at the store till around 6:30 to unload the shipment so that we would have ice melt this morning for the residents of Habersham County and the rest of North Georgia. Great.
Thank you, Zach. So this ice melt apparently goes all the way down to 5 degrees. If you are out and you need need it. You might need it for your doorstep or for your front steps. It is definitely slippery out here. We're going to be out here dealing and also giving you the updates on the weather conditions that they have in Habersham County and giving Zach a hard time because he's not dressed appropriately. In the meantime, back inside to you guys.
All right. Thanks so much, Tracy. Good stuff.
Yeah, no. Hey, good morning. I'm 11 Alive meteorologist Tracy Humphrey, and back behind me here, here's going to be one of the many concerns this morning because of thunderstorms that rolled through. We are on Busby Parkway here in Cobb County, and we have poor drainage on one of the lanes here, so much so the police have closed off the left lane and redirecting traffic to that right-hand side. That's going to be a concern throughout the morning as a flash flood watch is in effect until later on tonight because of some poor drainage on some of our streets. Also because of the concern for some minor flooding in some of our local creeks and streams. We're going to have constant updates throughout the morning, and you can always go to 11alivenews.com. And good morning. I'm 11 Alive meteorologist Tracy Humphrey. Take a look back behind me here. A downed tree here on Washington in Marietta, and we do have a number of crews here trying to make sure that that tree is not falling on power lines and that people are able to drive along this roadway. Here's a look at some of the video or pictures that I took of that tree that broke off. We did have some pretty heavy rain that came through this morning, courtesy of some thunderstorms and some gusty winds, and this crew trying to make sure that what's left of that tree is moved out of the way and that the road is clear for people who might need to use this road to get to and from their different errands of the day. We do have a flash flood watch in effect through later on tonight because of the rainfall we have across the area. So down trees, power lines, and some minor street flooding will be a concern throughout the day.
Well, good Saturday morning, and thank you so much for joining us here on 11 Alive. I'm Blaine Alexander, and as you can see out there where our meteorologist Tracy Humphrey will soon be, it is a nice start to our weekend. Tracy?
I know. I was like, why stand in front of it and ruin it? How beautiful. Talk about crisp, clean, clear. It is a very nice start to the day. Now, because it is so crisp and, you know, mostly clear, we are dealing with a pretty cold start to the morning. It is 33 degrees outside. Winds out of the east to northeast at 12 miles per hour. That's going to give you a feels like a wind chill in the 20s. If you have to run some errands, maybe running to the grocery store, got to take the dog for a walk, you want hat, you want scarf, you even want gloves. Sometimes I try to omit the gloves because I'm darting into the car. But whenever I put my hand on the steering wheel, I'm like, you know, you should have put those gloves on. So this morning, you might want to do that. 33 in Atlanta, 32 in Covington, 31 in Eatonton, 34 down in Thomaston, and more cold temperatures from 30 in Duluth, 30 in Gainesville, 30 in Athens, 29 in Marietta, and let's find the cold spot this morning. That would be 25 in Peachtree City. Peachtree City is colder than Blairsville. Yeah, it is going to be a nippy start to the day. Heading into the afternoon, though, we're going to make up for it. By the noon hour, temperatures warming up about 10 degrees at 43 expected. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 52, which is a few degrees higher than yesterday. Mix of sun and clouds expected throughout the day. All in all, wait for it, ding, I need a sound effect. I could be my sound effect. 10 today on the Wazometer. And this is where we break down your weather from 1 to 11, with 11 being the best. Today is pretty nice. Now, the only thing stopping it from being an 11 is that we will have a few clouds skirting through from time to time because of a system down in the south. And you did have a pretty cold morning. But all in all, it's going to be a very nice start to the weekend. Speaking of the weekend, today is nice. Tomorrow, as nice, if not nicer. Cold air returns. Yeah, it's chilly outside. And moisture will be mixing in. And whenever you have moisture and some cold air, that's when you have a couple things coming together, and you can see flurries and maybe even some wintry precipitation. That's in our forecast this week as well. Coming up, we'll take a look at the system that will be bringing the opportunity for some possible sleet and freezing rain to the area, and which parts of the area will have the best chance of maybe dealing with some of that. We'll time that out for you in just a few moments. In the meantime, back to you, Blaine.